Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, officials arrested a man in Nashville after a fatal stabbing, and we have updates on the high school shooting out of Knoxville from last week.
All those stories plus your local weather and sports, Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Christy Jones, joined by Will Stevenson in the studio. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News. Law enforcement officials say they have arrested one person connected to a fatal stabbing in downtown Nashville. According to news reports, Metro Nashville police say 58-year-old Mark Payne was arrested after a 65-year-old unidentified man was stabbed on Friday. Police say the stabbing occurred during an ongoing dispute. Responding officers took Payne into custody shortly after the stabbing. A knife was recovered and the victim was stabbed in the neck and taken to a local hospital where he later died. Police say the victim was unarmed at the time of the incident. Efforts are ongoing to contact the victim's family.
We have updated information on last week's shooting at a high school in Knoxville. The shooting occurred at Austin East Magnet High School in East Knoxville. Reporters say Regina Perkins called police on Anthony Thompson Jr. earlier that day regarding a scuffle between him and her daughter. Perkins says her daughter called her earlier that day from school saying she wanted to leave early. Regina Perkins says Thompson Jr. and her daughter dated for about 9 months. Later that day, Thompson Jr. had a gun inside the high school's bathroom where he got into a confrontation with police and was later shot and killed.
Mayor India Kincannon of Knoxville has requested the release of redacted footage from Monday's fatal shooting at Austin East High School. The local district attorney denied the request, citing the need to protect the integrity of the investigation. Mayor Kincannon said in a Twitter thread last week that policies involving the release of police footage and videos of minors in schools have complicated the situation. She also said that she supports the release of the video as soon as it's legally allowed.
Tennessee lawmakers are pushing for a bill that will protect inmates with intellectual disabilities from facing execution. The bill has highlighted the case of Purvis Payne, who was convicted of murder in 1987. Payne's attorneys argued that he is intellectually disabled and the state should stay his execution. Death penalty critics, disability advocates, and legal experts argue that Tennessee is long overdue in addressing this issue. The Tennessee Supreme Court ruled that there is no procedure to establish intellectual disability and encouraged the General Assembly to take a further look into the issue. Carson joins us now with our first look at weather.
Thank you, Will. We've had partly cloudy skies today here in Middle Tennessee. The conditions have been warm out with slight breezes. There is not a chance for rain today and expect to see only some clouds here and there. Temperatures have been in the mid to upper 60s across Middle Tennessee. Here in Murfreesboro, we had a high temperature of around 69 today. Mount Juliet also had a high of around 69. Shelbyville and Woodbury had highs at around 67. Down in Manchester was a high of 66, and then over in McMinnville there was a high of 65. The humidity for today has been rather low at around 34%. There will be west-northwest winds between 5 to 10 miles per hour. For a quick tease of our pollen counts, we've got medium-high oak, mulberry, and birch allergens for today.
Thanks, Carson. And still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, the Rutherford County Juvenile Court held its first program geared toward educating parents dealing with substance abuse issues. An agreement has been reached in cases between a private prison operator and one of its shareholders. And General Motors will be bringing more jobs to the Spring Hill area with a new electric vehicle battery factory. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. The Rutherford County Juvenile Court held its first graduation ceremony of the Safe Baby Court program on April 16th. Safe Baby Court is a program focused on families with children under 3 and provides multiple services to parents struggling with substance abuse disorders and mental health issues in order to keep children in safe and stable homes. The very first Rutherford County Safe Baby Court graduation celebrated the successful completion of the program by one local mother.
Private prison operator Core Civic says it has reached an agreement to settle a shareholder's $56 million lawsuit. The suit claimed that the company inflated stock prices by misrepresenting the quality and value of its services. Core Civic denies the claim, but says it has agreed to pay a $56 million payout in exchange for the case dismissal. The settlement must be approved by a judge, and a jury trial is scheduled to begin on May 10th.
General Motors and LG Energy Solutions are expected to announce an electric vehicle battery factory to be built in Spring Hill this week. The announcement is expected to come in a news conference scheduled for Friday morning. General Motors Spring Hill Manufacturing Complex has already been designated as one of the company's 3 factories that will build electric vehicles. General Motors and LG Energy Solutions are already building a battery factory in Lordstown, Ohio that will employ over 1,000 people.
Tennessee Commissioner of Education Dr. R. Penny Schwinn visited Cannon County on Friday with a videographer from Chiefs for Change in order to highlight Cannon County schools on a nationwide scale. Chiefs for Change is a national network of state and district leaders who work to support the best work for students, schools, and districts. Dr. Schwinn visited Woodland Elementary School and Cannon County High School, where she interacted with the students and took tours of different programs.
Triple Threat Training had its ribbon cutting on Friday, April 16th. Triple Threat is an indoor youth sports training facility where individuals or groups can develop their performance in cages or in an open floor facility. Triple Threat is located at 1222 Park Avenue in Murfreesboro, where the old Bounce You space was. If you have any questions about Triple Threat, contact Dolores Lola Kimball at 615-809-2444 or visit their website at triplethreattn.com.
Officials say the computer technology company Oracle Corporation is planning to bring thousands of jobs to Nashville. Mayor John Cooper's office said that the company requested a hearing on its economic impact with the City Development Board. Officials say the company would create 2,500 jobs by 2027 and 8,700 by 2031. Mayor Cooper's office called the project unrivaled.
Dalamar Affordable Custom Homes had their groundbreaking event on Thursday, April 15th. Dalamar is a real estate service that was developed in 2006. The groundbreaking was held at the Hamlet at Carthur's Crossing, located at 1172 Carthur's Road in Laverne, Tennessee. If you have questions, contact Daryl Carey or Denise Marcharo at 615-982-9565 or by email at dcarey@dalamarhome.com. Carson joins us now with tonight's forecast.
Thank you, Christy. Tonight is going to have partly cloudy skies across Middle Tennessee. We can expect low cloud coverage overnight and into the early morning on Tuesday. It should be easy to see the night sky tonight, and humidity is going to be in the 70s at around 70%, so it is going to be a little bit sticky feeling out there. The chances for rain will remain low, though. Low temperatures are going to drop into the low to mid 40s tonight. Murfreesboro will have a low of 43, as will Mount Juliet. Woodbury and Manchester will have overnight lows at around 42. Shelbyville will have a low of 41. And finally, down in McMinnville, there will be a low of 40. Our winds are going to shift all the way to the south and decrease down to around 5 miles per hour. Now for an extended look at allergens. Our tree allergies are going to be in the medium to high conditions for most of the week. Our oak, mulberry, and birch allergens are going to bother us for a few more days. And for today, those grass allergens are going to be low, but they are going to increase throughout the week. Looking at tomorrow, we're going to see the levels jump into a higher severity level. Those counts are going to level off and dip again as we head into Wednesday, though, for our lowest count. Those levels are going to see an increase yet again, though, just a little bit, though, for Thursday and Friday. But luckily, there is going to be no ragweed issues this week.
Thanks, Carson. Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News. After the break, Carson will be back with your full weather report. And after that, Noah Brady will have your weekend recap of all things Blue Raider athletics. Stick around.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. Looking at the conditions ahead for this next week, we can expect to see sunshine and clouds in our 5-day forecast. For today, we've had a lot of blue to accompany our partly cloudy skies. Today's highs have been in the mid to upper 60s with a high of 69 here in Murfreesboro. We will have west-northwest winds between 5 to 10 miles per hour today, which will make for wonderful light breezes as you go about your day. Tonight, there will be more partly cloudy skies with dry conditions. There shouldn't be too much cloud coverage going between tonight and tomorrow morning. Our chances for rain are in the single digits, and our lows will be in the lower 40s with a low of about 43 here in Murfreesboro. Tomorrow is going to have mostly sunny skies. Tuesday should have the most sunshine for this week and will be the warmest day by far. The highs will be in the lower 70s here in Murfreesboro, and the rain is not expected to hit until Tuesday evening either. Throughout the day, expect to see those temperatures remain in the lower 70s to upper 60s until nighttime. After the evening, the temperatures will begin dipping as the rain comes. There will be an 80% chance of precipitation for those rain showers. Those low temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s Tuesday night, and Tuesday's low is going to be around 36 here in Murfreesboro. We will have southwest winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour in the daytime. Then at night, they will shift west to northwest and remain at around 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we'll have overcast skies to accompany that rain. Wednesday is currently expected to be cooler. The rain should be gone by the early morning though, and highs are only going to be around the mid-50s at 55. Wednesday's winds are going to come from the north to northwest, and the winds will be heavier at around 10 to 20 miles per hour Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night though is going to be partly cloudy, and there's no likelihood for rain showers. Wednesday night is also going to be cool still, with those lows in the lower 30s at around 33, so dipping a bit lower than they were on Tuesday. We are going to have west winds, which will die down to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, we'll have more partly cloudy skies. The temperatures will begin warming up slightly again after Wednesday, and Thursday's highs will be in the lower 60s with about a high of 60 here. Thursday afternoon is expected to have winds up to 10 miles per hour from the northwest. Thursday night, we'll have partly cloudy skies, and they will give way to more cloud coverage overnight and into Friday morning. Lows will be in the lower 40s here in Murfreesboro. That low temperature is expected to be 40. We will have east to northeast wind speeds up to 5 miles per hour Thursday night. And Friday will be mostly cloudy in the morning and throughout the afternoon. You can expect to see more cloud coverage than there is sun. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s that day with a high of around 66 here in Murfreesboro. Winds will be from the south and be between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Conditions overnight will have a chance of becoming more damp. That's because we have a 55% chance for rain showers on Friday night. Finally, on Friday night, expect there to be lows in the lower 50s at around 50. There are going to be south to southeast winds up to 10 miles per hour. Now we're going to take it back to the Murfreesboro city cams just to see how traffic is doing around town. So as you can see over on Medical Center Parkway and on Robert Rose, there's not a lot of traffic going on there, so you can expect a commute going down towards I-24 on Medical Center to be going pretty smoothly. Thompson Lane, Medical Center Parkway moving closer into the Middle Tennessee campus area. There seems to be a lot of good traffic flow there, so there's not going to be too much congestion. Memorial and Thompson Lane, that's where you can expect to see more of that congestion. As you can see, there's a lot of people lining up at that red light there on Memorial and Thompson Lane. Over on Memorial and Desjardins, things seem to be clearing up just a little bit more than they were further on down the road. So seems like some sections of Memorial won't be as congested as others. Memorial and Airport looks to be clear. You can see too those sunny skies that we've had all day. There's not really been a lot of cloud coverage despite it being partly cloudy. So if there's still some time left, you should go out there. Memorial and Northfield. So if you're planning on leaving MTSU, expect to see that there's going to be a lot of congestion there. You can see there's a lot of cars lined up along those either side of the intersection. Memorial and West Clark, you can see even more congestion. So for those of you leaving the MTSU area or going into downtown Murfreesboro, you can expect there to be a lot of congestion. When we come back, Noah Brady is going to be over in the MTN Sports Den, where he'll have your full sports report after the break. Stick around.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and thank you for joining us here in the MTN Sports Den. I'm Noah Brady, here to give you your Blue Raider Athletics weekend recap. The MTSU men's tennis team played their final match this weekend against Georgia State on Senior Day. It was a good day to be a Raider on Friday as MTSU finished up their regular season with a victory against Georgia State at home. After claiming a victory in the first of 3 doubles matches, MTSU dropped the final 2 and lost the doubles point to put them behind early, meaning the Raiders would need to claim 4 singles victories to win the match. After dominant performances from Chris Edge and Francisco Rocha on courts 1 and 4, and seniors Max Rocha and Oscar Michalek adding set victories in their matches, it would come down to Tom Moonen on court 3 to close it out. After going up in the tiebreaker set 5-1, Moonen created enough cushion to close it out, topping the Georgia State opponent 7-4 and clinching the 29th straight Blue Raider victory at Adams Tennis Complex. The Raiders have now improved to 14-7 on the year as they hit the road on Wednesday and head to Charlotte, where they'll defend their CUSA title against UAB in their first match of the conference tournament next week. Next, let's bring it back to campus and onto the Diamond, where the Blue Raider softball team hosted WKU. Conference rival WKU came to town this weekend and will be heading back to Western Kentucky with just 1 tally in the win column. That's right, MTSU was able to top the Hilltopper 3-1, all thanks to a strong all-around performance both in the batter's box and on the mound as well. MT threatened early against the Hilltoppers after taking Game 1. However, on Saturday, the Raiders dropped a tough one in a low-scoring affair in Game 2, losing 3-2. Lightning would strike again in another low-scoring affair in Game 3, however, as MT topped WKU 5-4, putting them in position to win the series on Sunday. The Lady Raiders would do just that in true blue fashion as Laney Rodriguez hit a walk-off sac fly in the bottom of the 7th, scoring Anaya Harris in Game 4, clinching the series against the Hilltoppers of WKU. This series showed that the Raiders know how to battle as each game was decided by 1 run and MT earned their 8th walk-off victory this season alone. This weekend, MT heads to FAU for a series against the Owls. Staying on the Diamond, up in Hilltopper country now though, MT's baseball team took on WKU this past weekend as well. For the 3rd time this year, the Blue Raiders split a conference series. Blue Raider pitcher Peyton Wigington had an impressive performance on the mound as he only allowed 2 hits in his shutout performance in Game 2. This marks the first time since 2001 that Raiders have had 2 two-hitters in the same month. The bats of both Brett Coker and JT Mabry remained on fire this weekend as they both homered and scored multiple RBIs as well. After the series wrapped up on Sunday, Coach Toman stated, "We have UAB, Southern Miss, LA Tech, and FIU, so we have 16 more conference games. We have to win a tiebreaker over someone." The Raiders are coming home and continuing conference play on April 26th when they'll be back on the field to take on UAB in a 4-game series. And we'll close out today's Blue Raider Weekend Recap with some men's and women's basketball transfer news. The Lady Raiders basketball team welcomed guard Dorsar from the University of Maine and guard Courtney Blakely from Bishop Knoll Institute in Indiana. Sarr, one of the top guards out of the transfer portal, is a three-time America East All-Conference selection and is the only player in Maine history to collect 1,000 points and 500 assists in her college career. Will this front court be enough to replace the firepower of the Hayes sisters brought to Murphy Center? We'll see later this year as the offseason progresses. And the Blue Raiders men's hoop squad will be making a front court addition as well with the signing of Green Bay grad student Josh Jefferson. The 6'2" guard averaged 15 points per game and recorded 21 steals in only 21 games last season. That's all we have for you today here in the MTN Sports Den. We'll be back one last time on Wednesday for your last midweek sports report of the semester. For now, though, I'm your sportsman, Noah Brady, sending it back to Christy Jones in our main studio.
Thanks, Noah. And wrapping up our show tonight, we have this week's Lucky Lotto numbers. Thank you for joining us for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Christy Jones, joined by Will, Carson, and Noah in the studio. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net. And make sure to follow us on our social media sites as well. Those are Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter. We'll see you on Wednesday at 5 p.m. for our last show.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down.